Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about an album that I just recently acquired. It was released originally in 2024, but it's an oldie, but a goodie. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about where my record collecting has taken me. I'm into the best sounding recordings. I know many of you guys are. That's probably goes without saying. And I always wanted to, I purchased Japanese versions, I purchased German versions, UK versions, American, even some, quote unquote, repressing, audiophile, things like that. One of the things that has always eluded me are these one steps for many reasons. To me, if I'm going to spend the money that a lot of these one steps require, I want it to be a whole package deal. And that's just me. To each their own. But if I'm going to get a record, I don't need this giant 2-inch box with nothing in it. A flyer maybe for the pressing company, or a flyer on the process that the record was made with this one-step process, or a flyer of other one steps that this company is advertising. Maybe a spongy foam to protect the record. Strange posters that resemble the original jacket. And then some plain white sleeves or something there. And to me, I want to take home something that says, this is special. Not just the sound, not just the record, but the presentation. And that's why I'm making this video today. I've known about Impex Records, and more importantly, Abey Fonn, for the woman behind Impex and the work that they've done. I've acquired quite a few Impex recordings throughout the years, and I'll do another video at another time about that. But this particular pressing, when I acquired it, I was amazed. I was stunned by what came in that box. I'm not going to keep you waiting. Of course, if you saw the thumbnail, you already know. But it is this. It is the one step of this beautiful Frank Sinatra, Sing and Dance with Frank. This thing is absolutely spectacular. This is the way you do a one step right here. Number one, it's this presentation, and I like how it's got this one step written there, embossed there, or whatever that is, a foil there. Even the hype sticker is kind of cool there, but the box itself is relatively thin, as you can see. And then on the back, more of the same. And mine's unnumbered. I mean, again, we don't care about the numbers. It's 486. But this thing, when you open it up, I'm still on cellophane, but even the box is this material, textured material, fantastic to feel. And if you pull out the record, the box itself is sturdy, hard. I mean, this is a box right here, and it's not going to take up much space, much more than a 3-disc Iron Maiden album for that matter. But it's what's inside. And this here, this beautiful, glossy, thick cardboard jacket. And it's a gatefold, as you can see. But it goes beyond that. The credits and all the special thanks that that wonderful team at Impex have done. And I'll show some insert cuts here of it, but here on the inside of the jacket. But then even more importantly is this book. This book that's inside. It is a fantastic, amazing book. Beautiful, beautiful colors. I love how they've got the yellow mixed in with the and it's not yellow paper. If you touch it with the finger, you can feel that it's like an additional step, which definitely drives up the cost. You feel like you're getting your money's worth with this thing. And then the photos and the story behind Frank and his recording of it and the background of where he was when he recorded it. And then even a individual track by track breakdown of where it came from and how it was found. And I'm not big on it has to be AAA. I just want it to sound good. I mean, the whole mobile fidelity thing has kind of proven that. And this sounds amazing. It's 2 discs, 45 RPM. And the moment my turntable had the needle hit this record, the sounds were just enveloping. It was absolutely beautiful sounding. crystal clear, pristine. But here's even another step. When you have a president of a company and they don't do much, they stand back in the shadows, they kind of trust others to do all the work, they don't get their hands dirty, you begin to wonder, do they even care about the company, or is it just a financial thing for them? Do they know how to run the company? If they weren't in the picture, would the company stay afloat? When you have someone like Abey and what she did for me with this, I have to say, that is how you run a company. See, when my package arrived, I opened it up and put it on the table, and I was a little disheartened. The package itself, the book, everything I've already spoken of was absolutely phenomenal. And the records were a little warped. Not a little. One of them was quite warped. I thought, well, normally I've done videos on this, right, with my dock or the striper guy and the Megadeth and stuff. I just let it go. I mean, what am I going to do? A $20, $30 record? But I sent, not even her, I sent a message and to Impex and said, hey, this is what's going on. I purchased it from, a brick and mortar, but would it be possible? And within hours, Abey herself reached out to me. And she said, I'm going to make that right. She said, I know that things happen. And that's true. I do too. Especially, they could have shipped it perfectly pristine from Impex or from the brick and mortar I ordered it from. And the shoddy mailman that I sometimes wonder at some point in the process kept it in his heated truck or left it out on the porch too long or something and could have done the warping. But she said, that kind of things happens, but I'll go ahead and make this right. And she did. She definitely made it right. They sent out 2 new copies for me, and she even reached out to me and said, hey, Phil, we double-checked them before we sent them to make sure that everything is square or round. And that amazed me. That amazed me that it wasn't some, AI bot. Like I remember I encountered when I was dealing with VMP, Vinyl Me Please, for a while there at the end of their life. And some other companies where I sent something to another audiophile label, and I got a message back from some customer service guy or something, and he had a whole litany of, you got to RMA this, and there's no guarantee that this, and I asked if they can ship it outside the package, and no, they can't do that. They can't open things and shit. She did none of that. She went right, boom, and the fact that she even saw my email, that perhaps it did go to some customer service and that person sent her the message. Nonetheless, I'm sure she's got a busy schedule. I'm sure she's working on whatever is next, and I can't wait. But that was amazing to me. And I'm going to tell you, that alone has secured a customer. And I don't know what else to say except this. I ordered that Gets Gilberto album like a year ago now, and it still says it's awaiting a repress. Come on, Impex. Please get that to me. Oh, after listening to this and seeing the booklet and everything in it and hearing about that, it's like a kid in a candy store. I cannot wait for that to finally arrive at my doorstep as well. And I can't even wait to hear what's next. Hopefully it won't be too long before we hear what the next amazing one step is. But keep doing what you're doing, Impex, and please keep supporting them so that they will, you the viewer, they'll keep putting stuff out like this. And trust me, this is definitely worth every penny. It is highly recommended, and this wasn't provided to me free. I'm Phil. Just remember, there's magic in these grooves. I'll see you next time.